Okay, let's talk about the Borg Expansion Cube Armadas that this arc introduced. And they had an event for it. And the event was pretty easy. All you had to do was one of these buffed. And you didn't have to start it. You didn't have to use your own directive, just one. So the event itself was not unreasonable, but you're going to see there are other parts that makes this an epic fail because there's too many moving parts, too many things that you cannot control. Um, it was a good idea to combine solo armadas with the group armadas, to kind of promote teamwork and stuff. As you can see in a few minutes, I'll tell you why this is not going to work and why this is not a good mechanic right now. First of all, to get this thing started, you have to do a Borg solo armada. Okay, here's me doing the solo armada. The Talios does not have to be in the Borg solo armada to get the buff. It automatically gets it. And it'll last for 1 hour. So you can, if you team up, you got all your ducks in a row, you can do several of these and still be buffed. So that's the key on this, is everyone being on the same page, starting approximately the same time. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong here. Here's my alliance doing a level 38 expansion Borg cube. There's one huge problem. If you're doing this, you can't see which members of your alliance is buffed and not buffed, because you're just having to take their word that they actually ran the solo armada and is buffed. Okay, we had all Talioses there, and we had two really decent tiered ones, mine at tier 6 and wild cards at tier 7. I think the rest of them, we had a couple of tier 4s and a tier 3 and a tier 2. I'm not sure what the setup was there, but um, we blew this cube away. But when we tried to go to the next one, man, it did not work too good. So the power discrepancy between these cubes are huge, and pretty much to be able to do one higher than 38, you're going to have all your Talioses in the armada is going to have to be buffed, and they're going to have to be tier 4 or more, and they're also going to have to be some crewing that's done. So everyone's going to have to be really, really, really coordinated to make this work. And as I'm going to show you right here, that with all that work, the payoff is insanely low. It's crazy low. Um, I did 3 of them. I hosted one, and then I did 2 more with guys in my alliance. We did 5 altogether. We tried this one, and then one of the guys wanted to go do a 47, and we lost bad. And then a couple of days later, we tried a 42 like this and didn't go. But as you can see, the 3 armadas that I did yielded me 24,000 of this currency, but it takes 142,000 of this currency to open one chest. And you can see that there's some okay prizes in here, but not, very much. It's the only place you can source these officers in the game right now, and also it's the only place you can get these buffs to do your runs with the Talios. That's a pretty good little deal right there. But one of the lower guys who his was lower to open one box, he said he would have had to do, I think it was 15 or 18 of them for him to open a chest. And that's crazy stupid. I don't know the designer of this, if he can't do math, or he was on crack, or was he hanging out with Hunter Biden that day? I don't know, man. It was messed up, man. This is not worth doing except for events. And it's too bad because it had promise. Like I said, it was a good mechanic to instill teamwork within your alliance, but think how hard it is to source the directives to get for the expansion cubes. You have to do several solo armadas to get enough directives to do one cube. So it would take, for me to do this, if I actually wanted to do them, it would take me 3 months to get one chest out of this thing. And it isn't like you get any other kind of loot when you uh, do one of these cubes to help you out on something else. It's all for this, and the payout ain't that great in this chest, and those cubes don't pay anything out, so it really sucks. Some of you may say, "Well, man, you need to hit higher ones." Well, I have no control of that. If there's people in my alliance don't put value in this Talios and don't tier them up, there's no way that I can come up and get more of the loot, get the 47s or even the 50s. I'm pretty sure when my alliance um, catches up to me in wildcard with the Talios, we may be able to punch up higher and get more loot. But still, that is still insanely low for the payout from the cube and insanely high for one of these chests. Again, I don't think the mechanic is bad all overall, but it's an epic fail on the payouts from these cubes and what it costs to pull one of these chests. Until then, I will not be doing these except for the event. And like I said, the event itself, it wasn't horrible because you only had to do one of these buffed to hit the milestone, and that was really good. They thank God they didn't make us do 10 of these because no one could have finished it. You just couldn't because it was very hard to get people that had the directives, and two, there's no incentive to do them at all, just except for the events. In the recent months, we've had the fail of the assault. We've had two back-to-back cancelings of incursions, and now this. The trend on here, folks, isn't really good. But the one thing that came good out of this arc is this ship. And I'm going to talk about that in another video. So everything in this arc was not bad, but because of this thing was built around this cube, I have to give it an epic fail so far. So watch out, buckaroos. Captain Jack might just visit you.